minutes of your PLR, and as you know, we are working with the Minimalist Lifestyle PLR package, and I'm going to go ahead and open up my screen to you, and hopefully you can see it. If you can hear me, please put the letter Y in the question box. And we're going to start by working with the audio and video today. And if I go into the content in particular, and I believe that the content starts. I'm going to pick this up by extracting the gold level. And once we do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start working with the audio and video. Now, assuming that you know how you want to brand your content, the most important thing for you and I to do is to add on something at the beginning and the end of every video, and especially if we're not going to redo it, the entire thing ourselves, we want to put something at the end. I'm going to physically just kind of show you how to walk through that process, and we explained it in the hackathon, but we're going to go through just kind of a real life example of exactly how you do that. So as soon as this PLR extracts, we're going to then pick up the content, and then we're going to take it from there. Okay, any questions right now while we're waiting for this to come about? Are there any questions in particular? Okay, let's see. This is looks like it's this part has stopped. So let's see if we have something here. Maybe we have enough already. Okay, so here are our videos. I think we have enough, so we're just going to stop this process now. Okay, so starting with the videos, what we want to do is we want to customize each of these videos. And so I like to kind of take a look at what the video is going to be like. Okay, so we've got kind of a right, so just kind of taking a look at the video. Now, hopefully I will have watched this all the way through, and then what I want to do is I want to at the beginning, I want to record some context to this. I want to record something that will that'll kind of resonate with people, and that'll brand me. Probably the easiest way for me to do that is for me to create some kind of PowerPoint presentation. And I'm just going to grab a PowerPoint presentation that I have here. I do, in my case, and you might differ from me in this, I'm going to want to make this distinct from the actual presentation. I want people to understand that this is not going to be me speaking, right? And I'm going to talk them through this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a PowerPoint here. Let's pick up another one where I've just got some points here. And maybe we'll pick up number 8. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to record some comments, and I'm going to talk through those comments. I'm going to tell people what they're about to hear. And I can record that if I have a program like Camtasia. I go into Camtasia Studio. This is Camtasia Studio 8 that you're about to look at. And I'm going to record those comments in Camtasia Studio 8. Okay, so here's my camera. I'm going to pick up my PowerPoint, and I'm going to put on the slideshow, and I'm going to talk through some points. Right, so I would just put on my PowerPoint, and then I would hit record. It's going to count down. And then I would just record some comments and say something like, what you're about to see is going to be about minimalism. One of the things you want to keep in mind is, and we just talked through our points, just like I'm doing now, I'd go through the entire thing. When we're just pretending with this PowerPoint, by the way. So I'd be creating this video. When I got to the end, I'd hit pause. Then I'd hit F10 and I'd create my video. Then I save this video, right? And I would then call this I'm going to call this demo number 2, and I'm going to call this bumper because I'd be recording a bumper for the beginning. Okay, when I do this in Camtasia, then I'm going to re-record this video and I'm going to produce and share it. I'm going to record this video in high definition. Now, one of the things you want to take note of here is that I'm recording this video in 1920 by 1080. That's the largest possible, not largest possible. I take that back. It is the most popular high definition dimensions that you can record in. So if you want to record in as high a detail as you can, you're going to record in 1920 by 1080, and that's here what we are actually doing. And what we do is we go ahead and render this video. Now, for the sake of my bandwidth, I'm not going to re-record the video. I'm just going to close out Camtasia, and I'm going to close out PowerPoint. Right, so let's just assume that I went ahead and I rendered this video. I'm not going to render it. I'm going to then just create an MP4. All I do is in Camtasia is I name this bumper 1 after I finished, and then I'd hit finish and that video would render and turn into an MP4. So once I'm done with that, I'd save my project. I'm going to close out of Camtasia right now. So let's assume, and I'm just going to grab here a video that I have here. And remember, one of the ways that I can search for a video on my hard drive is to put in ext colon MP4, and I will find an MP4 video. And Windows is going to actually search my hard drive for it. We talked about this in the probably in the first session of the hackathon. It's just going to find some MP4s, and I'm going to use one of these as a bumper. Right? Okay, so here's one. Here's one that's 31 seconds. I'm going to find that one. I'm going to open the file location where it is, and I'm going to use that as my bumper. Okay, so now I've got my introduction, and I've got each video. So if I have Camtasia, I can re-record this video using Camtasia and re-render it. If I don't have Camtasia, I'm going to go to YouTube. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload both of these videos. And if I'm going to stream these videos, then I'm going to stream these videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a channel. I'm going to upload that one. Done, and then I'm going to then do the same thing again with video 1. And I would go ahead and I would update. I would then upload all of the videos. I am also going to make sure these are unlisted. I'm going to make sure that my subscribers can't see them, so I'm going to untick that. I'm going to click done. Okay, and so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be waiting for these to actually be part of my library. So I'm going to go to my Creative Studio. I'm going to, here's video 1, and then there's video 2. So at least one of them are there. So now what I can do is I can go to my editor. Okay, my editor is going to bring in all of my videos, right? So I'm going to then pull this video in the first position. I'm going to hit that X and close it. I'm then going to bring this second video, which is my PLR video. Well, that's not one. Let's see if my PLR video is now ready. See if the PLR video is now ready. Okay, it is now. So I think I should be able to go back here now and it will be part of my available videos. And hopefully it's there. Okay, there's video 1. Okay, that's my PLR video. So I'm going to pull this one here. I'm going to stop that. I'm going to X out of this. I'm going to pull in a transition. And I'm going to pull that transition in here. Okay, so now I have my bumper at the beginning. I have my bumper at the end. I'm going to X out of that. And I'm going to go back to the videos. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and grab in an ending. And then I'm going to grab another transition. Okay, so now I have my beginning, the PLR video, and then the end video. And then I'm going to title this something. I'm going to title this Video 1, Minimalism. I'm going to click Create Video. Okay, so now YouTube is going to say, hey, we're processing this video, and you have to wait. Okay, so YouTube's going to take a little while to do that. So while YouTube does that, we're going to go and do something else. Okay, so I'm now going to go back to work with one of my other components. Okay, so we've started, we worked with the mind map, and so now I'm going to actually take, we work with some of the articles, I'm going to start working with the opt-in page. And I just want to take a look at the opt-in page to see how it looks. Okay, so that's a fairly easy thing for us to do. Now, once again, the easiest thing for us to do with this is going to be to use our page builder, right? So we can actually mirror this. And one of the ways that we can do that is, let's see if we have the actual image. Okay, we have the progress bar. Okay, so we're going to actually just redo this in our page builder rather than recreate this because we've got our images here. We're going to use those images and we're going to use the copy. So let's go back and take a look at the copy. And see, that's a lead magnet. We want the copy. Okay, you get instant access to your minimalist special living report, so on and so forth. Let's just go ahead and copy all that information. Let's put that away in the side of our notepad. Let's see, let's size this down. Okay, so there's our copy. I'm going to pull that off to the side here. Let's check back and just check in our video. We'll refresh it and see if it's done. Still not done. Okay, so we'll keep working on the lead on the opt-in report. So I'm going to go to my site. And I'm going to use my page builder for this, which is what I would suggest that you do with your opt-in report. And regardless, now these are just the ones that Optimized Press has. I'm going to go ahead and work with this one. Let's say that what I want to do is I want to work with, let's say I want to work with this template. And I want to minimalist resource page, right? All right, I'm not going to have a logo. I'm going to take out the logo. I'm going to take out the footer area. We're going to update that. And let's see. So I've got my copy here. I'm just going to take that copy, 100% free report. Get instant access to your minimalist living special report. I'm going to take that. Put that there. All right, let's see what else we have here. Enter your name and email so that we know where to send it. I'm going to put that in that space right there. All right, we're going to put that there. Wants all fields. Okay. Okay, so it wants us to fill in an opt-in box. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take one of our Aweber forms. And once again, your Aweber or whatever your autoresponder is, you'll want to have that connected to your page if your page system does that. Right? Okay, so there's our enter our email. Now what we want to do is we want to, and we sort of just kind of went through this step. We want to connect this to a specific list. So I'm connecting mine to Aweber. I'm going to connect it to a specific list inside of Aweber, and then I'm going to click insert. But now, one of the things that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to put a thank you page there, right? So, so now we want to take a look to see if we have a thank you page. And we do. Okay, so we have a thank you page. We have a resource that's going to lead to them clicking to get the upsell. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to take this copy and we're going to put a thank you page together. So to do that, I'm going to open up a separate instance of the PLR show. I'm going to create a page here, a thank you page. Now, again, what I would suggest that you do when you are putting this information into your page builder, I would suggest that when you're opting people in, that you don't necessarily take them to the download right away. You put in a page that literally tells them thank you, right, and that they're going to get more stuff from their email. So I'm going to publish this page because I really want this page to just be something that tells them to go check their email. Right? You could also use the page that that Aweber gives you. Aweber gives you a thank you page. We're going to use this one. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to put that thank you page in there. And we're going to click insert. Okay, so now somebody is going to get this book. Oh yeah, we want to change this now. And let's see. That's what we're trying to do there. Let's see. Where did let's see, I want to put that there inside of the hackathon, I think. And let's see, we are going to use the opt-in page. We're going to use the thank you page image. Okay, so there's our minimalist thank you page. And we're just going to take this part out. Okay, so now we have our opt-in page. We could drag this down a little bit, right? We could add an image there to make that a little more symmetric. Could take this out, add in an element. I'm going to add in this bundle. We're going to shrink this to 250. And we're going to slide this up here. Okay, that looks a little better. All right, so we've now created our opt-in page. Is everybody clear on that? Did you kind of understand what I just did? Okay, so if you understand what I just did, please put the number 1 in the question box in creating the opt-in page. All right, very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to then, it says our edits are about 90% done. Let's just refresh and see how fast they are. They're still being processed, so they're coming. Right, so that's our opt-in page. We can, if we like, what we can do is we can then start working with the sales page here. And let's just take a look to see if we're going to change anything in the sales page. And okay, let's say that what we're going to do in the sales page is we're going to change the price. We're going to pretty much leave this as is. So we're just going to change the price to $17. Right, so we're going to go in here and we're going to open this with Adobe Dreamweaver. Now, one of the things I talked about in the hackathon was that I would always suggest that you take these pages and put them in optimized press, right? So, I mean, you have the option of using a program like this, like Dreamweaver. But again, in the long run, I think it's worth your time to invest in a page builder. Don't have to do it with optimized press. It's just the one that I use. but that it will benefit you to use one. Right, so I'm going to change this to 17. I'm going to put in my name. I'm going to put in my name at the top. And I'm going to click Save this page. All right, let's check and see if our edits are done. It says they're more than 90% done, but they're not quite. Okay, so now our video is done. So since we're working with components today, we just kind of wanted to kind of keep going until this was completed. And I want to pick it up now from our components. So let's go to our video manager inside of YouTube. And so this is now video 1. So I want to go inside of video manager. And what I want to do now is I want to download this MP4. And so I'm going to call this the edited version, right, naturally. And this is our upsell video. So what we're going to do is call this video 1. I like to give my videos a name where this is going to make it easy to search for. And that's why I put the 0001 on there. We're going to save this. Okay, so now that video is downloaded. So now we should have a customized video, right? We have a customized video. So now what we need to do is we need to just strip that audio out of there. We can do that with a program like Camtasia. Right, because we need to get the new audio because we've recorded our comments on top of here now. So we're going to import this video. We're going to pull this down to the timeline. Right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to then render this as an MP4, an MP3. We want to render this as an audio file. Right, we want to render the updated one because we want to have updated information. Is everybody clear on what I just did? So if what I did makes sense, please put the number 2 in the question box. If what I just did by downloading the video and getting ready to strip the audio. Okay, very good. So I'm not going to render this this audio, but all you do is you click Next in order to render the audio. Okay, so now you have your PDFs, and you have your audio, and you have your video. I mean, that really is the process to converting over your content to a new medium that is usable, right? Of course, you're going to be doing more than that as we complete the hackathon. Now, tomorrow, what we expect to do is we expect to kind of blow right through here and get the rest done to get our offer up and running. So the goal for tomorrow is to finish the entire process. And if you have any questions, at this point, we have completed our components, and now we need to start working with the sales material. Okay, so if there are any questions, please send them to me. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.